Zimbabwe has been on an economic freefall since the turn of the millennium. The comatose economy led to most industries closing shop, and as a result, countless jobs were lost. In 2018, International Monetary Fund said Zimbabwe has the largest informal sector in the world. For vendors in Zimbabwe, the COVID-19 pandemic could not come at a worse time. Government regulations with regards to the pandemic have dealt a heavy blow on vending. There is a strong feeling that government has been insensitive to the plight of vendors.
Lockdown has hit us hard as vendors because you discover that we were prevented from going about our means of livelihood. Markets were closed, cross-border borders were closed, which means that cross-border trading was brought to a sudden halt. So, which means to say that there was loss of means of livelihood. So, loss of means of livelihood means that people could not earn incomes. Loss of incomes meant that the daily demands of city life were also disrupted. As you know, people in city life, we need to take care of ourselves. We need to buy groceries. People need to pay rents. People need to take care of health care and issues to do with insurances and so forth. So all those things were disrupted.
I-lockdown ibe lama disadvantages amaningi kakhulu. Okokuqala thina njengathi mina ngathi ngili cross border trader. So kimi vele i-lockdown ingilimaze kakhulu ngendlela yokuthi one ama-border sevaliwe. Vele i-business kayisekho. Sesihlezi phansi. Two, into sezidura ngenye indlela engachiphanga.
Lockdown has affected us in a big way. In that one, for starters, when it started, it was very easy to move product from, say, Harare to Bulawayo, because most of the transport people, they were all under lockdown. So we got to a stage where you would sell whatever wares you have and you had nothing. And then secondly, when it came to the cutting down of working hours, for instance, when we were doing from 8 to 4:30, that it meant all those supermarkets and restaurants and places that used to open up to about 10, they were no longer using as much product as they were under normal circumstances. So business was cut down further. And then thirdly, with this third lockdown, now with businesses closing at 3 o'clock, especially for us SMEs that are into food ingredients and packaging, we are servicing food takeaways, restaurants. They are literally closing very early, and the fact that people are going home early, it means they are not selling as much. So we've seen quite a drastic slowdown of turnover as a result of that.
As BVTA, BVTA has come up with strategies to try and counter the impact of lockdown by encouraging members to form what we call clusters. That is to say, BVTA members has to come under BVTA clusters, like I'll give an example: detergents making, clothing manufacturers, to try and mitigate the impact of lockdown. This has helped the members to try and look for bigger markets, working as groups, working as clusters, which meant to say that their incomes were going to be enhanced.
Siyibheka nge-petroleum jelly, le glycerin, le perfume yabuyithanda. Njengalapha ngasebenzisa i-sweet cherry perfume. Ibiza sithi Fabulous Life product.
Bakithi inhlanganiso lo mina ngiyayibonga kakhulu. Angazi ukuthi ngingathini nxa sithi kakhulu. Besihlezi khona phezindlini. Besisithi njengoba kwathi abantu bahlala loba lingu 35 lo. Besisithi nxa singu 10 loba singu 5. Sifundisane ukupheka ivaseline. Sifundisane ukuthi sipheka ama drink kusukela ku BVTA. Ukuthi sizincedise ngoba idrink singathola okuyimadlanyana siyahlanganisa siyethenga izinto zakhona siyipheki uyathengisa lawa ivaseline kakhulu bekuqanda kunje singahlanganisa imali siyitholile siyapheka ivaseline siyifake emagedini khonapha sithengise.
We have also embarked on strategies of marketing, like embracing online trading, door-to-door sales. Some have even resorted to street hawking as an alternative. But the bigger picture has been that working together instead of single individuals has helped sustain members of BVTA.
Ziningi indlela esizisebenzisa ukuze siyenelise ukuthi siphile siphansi kwe-lockdown. Sasithenjiswe ukuthi sizathola izimali ngohulumende, izimali lezana zigcine zingaphumanga. Ngokunjalo kwesinye isikhathi sokusifaka esibangeni lesane sokuthi noma kulomthetho othile but sesiziforce ukuthi sisebenze ngaphandle komthetho ukuze senelise ukuthi siphilise abantwana ezindlini. Kwesinye isikhathi sokwenza ukuthi sicabange sisebenzise izinto ezifana le-internet ukuthi sikhankase kumbe simarket ama-products ethu, singathola i-customer, sesihamba ngesikhathi sena leso senza lowo msebenzi esivele siwenza ukuze senelise ukuthi umsebenzi ungami.
So enye challenge esesilayo yena le data isidura isikhwelile ngoba izinto zenezo zibona debit ezingu 2 3 ukuthi nizithengise. So kumele ngivuke ekuseni ngifaka ku WhatsApp kuma status, ngefaka ku Facebook engathi mina sesi-advertise izinto zethu through social media. Kunjengoba nje ukuhanja singavunyelwa ukuthi sibe sibhodabhoda sibona lesihamba. So kumele ngifake izinto zami ku social media ngi-advertise. Yikho ukuthi ngithole abantu lozatsho ukuthi ngifuna lokho usuzabakwazi ukuthi sendideliver izinto ezinje emuntu nozinto. So isikhathi esiningi ukuthengisa izinto zethu vele sesikwenza asisathengisi lokhana ukuthi uyadisplay phandle izinto ngoba amakhokhoba entambhe ngakuthathela. Sesithengisa through social media.
What we've done now, instead of just waiting for walk-in customers, we now even go and approach customers. We actually go and do proper sales marketing, and wherever possible, and do house to house if possible delivery, especially when it comes to your ingredients, your spices and things like that, because people are still eating, they are still cooking. So we are now using that platform of where we use social media, where we would put our products on social media platforms, and then you get people wanting to buy, for their households and things like that. That's one of the platforms that we're using. There's quite a few of them on WhatsApp, where you join a lot of business groups that are just platforms for people to sell whatever ways they're selling. So we are currently using that, and and from there you get people calling you to say, I'm looking for this, and then we can tell them where we are, if they need stuff delivered, if it's good enough a package that justifies the means of delivering, then we'll go and do a delivery.
We have also, as BVTA, lobbied the City Council to try and decentralize marketing places from the CBD to the western suburbs, where most of our members are doing operations, so that they could come up with marketing places which are conducive to our businesses. We are continuing to push City Council as BVTA to expedite that process so that people can get better all-weather marketing places in the western suburbs. In the past, what used to happen is that women would wake up very early in the morning and they would be exposed to muggings, robberies. They would lose their cash, they would lose their cell phones to thieves who waylay them very early in the morning, going to order stuff from the markets. But this movement of the wholesale markets of especially fresh farm produce to the western suburbs is welcome, because it then curtails that traveling early in the morning to go and order stuff. We are for the decentralization of the markets from the CBD to the western suburbs, so that our members will cut down on costs of traveling and have access to markets which are near their places of residences. We've handed over paints, water dispensers, sanitizers and masks to City Council as a way of trying to mitigate the impact of COVID-19, and also to assist the Council expedite the process of marking out the new vending sites that they have identified, because City Council indicated that it is financially handicapped in terms of materials and resources. So BVTA, working with our partners, we've handed over these materials to Council so that they can mark out the new vending sites in good time for us. BVTA, let me also add that it has also got a program where it has got 50 agents which are called market bailiffs, who are on the ground, who are going to who are actually doing what is called a COVID-19 awareness messaging, so that people can appreciate the impact of COVID-19 and also take precautionary measures to protect themselves from this pandemic. These agents are on the ground, they do awareness raising, they conscientize vendors in the marketplaces so that they can do everything possible to stay free from the coronavirus.
As BVTA, we will continue to serve and defend the rights and interests of vendors and informal traders. You can visit our social media platforms. You can visit our website at www.bvtatrust.org or visit our Facebook page on Bulawayo Vendors and Traders or Bulawayo Vendors and Trader Association. You can also visit our Twitter page at BVTA Trust. Till the next episode. Thank you.